Welcome, everybody, to the latest live edition of the Bullpen with Adam the Bull, brought to you by Bet Rivers. If you're not using the Bet Rivers app, what are you doing? The Bet Rivers app is great. You can do all your gambling needs there. I apologize. I meant to send out a same-game parlay today. It was a crazy day, and I didn't get a chance, and I don't want to send out a parlay unless I have a chance to really, obviously, spend time looking it over. So I didn't get one out today. I will try to have one for Thursday's Game 3, but whether it's baseball, football, basketball, tennis, whatever you're looking to bet on, do it with us at Bet Rivers. Another frustrating night for us, for the fans, for you, of the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians, who rallied back to defeat the Detroit Tigers in 5 games, have, let's face it, played terrible baseball for the last 2 days. They lose to the Yankees 6-3. You see the score there. And the Yankees hold a commanding lead in this best-of-7 ALCS 2-0. We talked about having to get one game in the Bronx. It didn't happen. They lose 5-2 and 6-3. No hits with runners in scoring position, and they had plenty of runners in scoring position. 3 straight innings where they had great opportunities to score, and they only got 2. They did tack on, Jose Ramirez hit a home run in the 9th, but it was in garbage, as much as there could be garbage time in baseball. I mean, it was a meaningless homer with them down 6-2 in the 9th, and they see it. Left 11 on base, 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They scored a run on a sac fly, another on a ground out. And we'll talk about the pitching decisions. I really didn't have a problem with anything Stephen Vogt did today in terms of the pitching. But we could debate the pitching decisions all we want, game 1, game 2. If your best hitters don't hit, you don't win. That's it. It's that simple. And the Yankees have a deeper lineup. And I still believe the Guardians were as good as the Yankees. I know it doesn't feel that way right now because the Yankees have looked like a far better team the last 2 days. But over the course of the season, the Guardians played just as well as the Yankees. And you say, well, the Guardians didn't play great in the second half. Neither did the Yankees. And in this small sample size, yes, it looks like the Yankees are a much better team. One thing that I think I undervalued with the Yankees is the depth of their lineup. And the bottom of their lineup's been good. Anthony Rizzo, who's had a terrible season, has been great. Has had a number of clutch hits. And meanwhile, the Guardians, the Yankees lineup is deeper, and their best players. Soto's been great in this series. Judge, who hadn't done anything in the playoffs, comes through with a massive hit. I mean, that home run he hits off Gaddis makes a manageable 4-2 game 6-2, and, it's over once that happens. And I really, as well, as big and strong as he is, I did not think that was a home run off the bat. The way Lane Thomas seemed to be playing it, I thought he was going to catch it at the warning track, but it just kept going and going, and it was out. And but what's most frustrating about this game is the sloppiness. Rocchio dropping the pop-up in the first inning for an unearned run. I hate to it's really hard to be critical of Brian Rocchio because along with Quan and Lane Thomas, they've been the only guys that really have hit in this postseason. Rocchio's just been amazing at the plate. But you got to catch that pop-up. Cost you a run right off the bat. Will Brennan, not only can he not hit, you see, he makes the error. Volpe was going to stop at third on the Rizzo hit. He bobbles the ball out in right field. Like, you can't field the ball with your bare hand. It was the same thing, like Rocchio had bad fundamentals on that pop-up. Didn't have a second hand in there. And Brennan again with bad fundamentals in the 6th, and then he drops one later in the game. I mean, at that point, it didn't matter. But the guy can't hit. I mean, he made a nice catch early in the game. I'll give him that. But 2 mistakes in the field. Yesterday, it was the wild pitches and the walks. They're not stop. The Guardians have to win with bullpen, base running, fielding, Ramirez and Naylor. Ramirez has been crap. Naylor did get 2 hits today, but has not been good overall. The bullpen's been fine, but, Gaddis gave up the big home run today, and they've been down early, so it hasn't been as big a factor. The defense has been shaky. The base running has been fine, but they haven't, outside of Ramirez stealing that base, they haven't stolen the base as much. Those haven't been the big advantages. Meanwhile, the Yankees are getting contributions up and down the lineup. They got clutch hits today, unlike yesterday. They took advantage of the Guardians' mistakes. The Guardians did not take advantage of the Yankee mistakes. And the Yankee bullpen, which was not very good for much of the year, has been great in the postseason. And they were, the game's 3-2, right? You knock Cole out of the game. It's 3-2. And at that point, it's a battle of the bullpens. That should be a victory for the Guardians. But the Guardians' pen gave up 3 from that point on. The Yankees just gave up 1 when it didn't matter to Ramirez. So the Yankee bullpen did a better job today. I mean, Tim Hill, that guy looks like he's 57 years old. He looks like the guy that's, you hired to mow your lawn. The ratty-looking mustache, and he just mowed through the lineup. You're getting 0. We've now played 7. Guardians have now played 7 playoff games, and their catchers are batting 0. They're batting the Blutarski. Little Animal House reference for you there. So we could talk about managing and lineup. If guys are not going to hit, they're not, again, 0 for 7, runners in scoring position. What were they? And what were they yesterday with the runners in scoring position? Let's see. Yesterday, runners in scoring position, they were 1 for 4. So the Guardians are 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 11 in 2 games. So you can't win that way. You can't. So do the Guardians still have a chance to win this series? Of course they do. It's not over till it's over. There's no such thing as a must-win until if you lose, the series is over. I know it feels like it's over. I'm not going to lie. I picked the Guardians to win the series. If you ask me to be honest right now, I'm going to tell you, yeah, they're probably not going to win the series. But I'm not completely giving up. Much crazier things have happened, my friends. So, yes, here's what I know. If the Guardians keep playing baseball like they have the last 2 days, 0 clutch hits, 0 from their stars, sloppy defense, wild pitches, and pitching at best, no, they will lose the next 2 and get swept. But every day's a new day in Major League Baseball. Matthew Boyd's got to give him some innings on Thursday. Tanner Bybee, and I think Stephen Vogt did the absolute right thing getting Bybee out of there. He was terrible. I mean, Torres, Soto, just both crushed the ball off him. I know if it wasn't for the error, they probably don't score that inning, but still. Then Volpe ripped him. Rizzo ripped him. Verdugo ripped him. It's bases loaded. I can't, we got to save the game here. He's given up 5 hits to the first, 9 batters. What am I supposed to do? I saw people complaining about that. Bybee didn't have it. Bybee got that stupid look on his face like, why is he taking me out? Well, how about you don't give up 5 bullet hits, Bybee? We needed you tonight, and you fell on your freaking face. And then all the opportunities missed by the offense. First and second, 1 out in the third. Manzardo and Ramirez, nothing. Bases loaded, one out in the fourth. Fry and Rocchio don't get it done. They score, the bases loaded, nobody out in the fifth. They score one run. And that was it. They really, they didn't really do it. Never had more than one base runner the rest of the game. And then when Judge hits the home run, obviously in the seventh, that's it. I'm trying to look for some positives out of this, but it's really hard right now. Over 80% of the teams that go up 2-0 in a best-of-7 series win that series. Everybody in the world thinks the Yankees are going to win. I'm not giving up on this team. Yes, the Yankees will probably win the series. But it takes one game to turn it around. One at-bat to turn it around. You're going home for Game 3. And no matter what the odds are, Yankees were minus 200 to win the series before it started. I'm sure they're probably, I don't even know. We probably haven't updated them yet, I'm guessing, at Bet Rivers because the game just ended. Let's see. Yeah, nothing right now. Well, I guess at the moment, yeah, it's off the board at the moment. So we'll update it, but I'm sure the Yankees are obviously a massive favorite, as they should be. They're up 2-0, and they look like a much better team right now. So it's all doom and gloom. I get it. There's crazy overreactions. The umpires are cheating. Stop it. Stop with the if you can't live that life. If you live the life of the umpires cheat, yeah, there was some bad calls. If you live the life of the umpires cheating, then you could just never enjoy a game. I just don't understand that. But that's what the Major League Baseball has decided to do. That they've told the umpires call some bad pitches against the Guardians. Like, that's silly. I understand there were some calls that didn't go their way. They got some calls that went their way, actually, in that inning where they had the bases loaded twice and scored 2 runs. They're losing these games because they're not pitching well enough. They have one hit with runners in scoring position, and they're playing sloppy baseball. It has nothing to do with the umpires or that Major League Baseball wants the Yankees in the World Series or that you think the announcers are rooting for the Yankees. None of that matters. All that matters is pitch well, hit in the clutch, don't play sloppy. The Guardians got where they are by taking advantage of sloppiness, not being sloppy. They're playing shit baseball right now. If they get back to playing like they're capable of, then they can come back and win 4 out of 5, as unlikely as that is. If they continue to play shit baseball, well, then we don't have to stay up late anymore after another 2 games. So let's see what this team's made of. Let's see what these stars are made of. Hopefully the home run in the 9th inning maybe gets Jose on the right track. Hopefully the 2 hits by Naylor gets him on the right track. You got to put some big hits together. They haven't been able to do it. Game 3 is Thursday. It's an earlier start. The game starts at 5:08. Starting pitchers, it'd be Matthew Boyd for the Guardians. It hasn't been announced, but we see TBD there. It's probably going to be Matthew Boyd, and you see Clark Schmidt for the Yankees. That's your pitching matchup. So, in Game 4, Ben Lively got added to the roster today. Be interesting to see what happens Game 4. I think they'll start Gavin Williams, and maybe Lively goes Game 5 after pitching out of the pen today. The odds are against you. Everything's pointing to the Yankees right now, but they're coming home. And like I said, all it takes is one game to turn it around. I haven't been on the air since the Amari Cooper trade. I'll give you some thoughts on that as well on this post game in a few minutes. But first, let me get some reaction from you folks, who I'm sure are just as frustrated, disappointed, and bummed out as I am. So many chats. We'll get to some of them. Chris, Yankees fans and the love the media gives them are the worst. I just don't care. You know what? I get caught up in some real bullshit sometimes. It's so stupid. We all do. We'll just let that go. Zarthal, I'm done with Ramirez. Come on. It's baseball, man. I get it. I get that you're frustrated with him and you want him to come through. It's hard. Baseball's freaking hard. Even the best players just don't come through as often as you'd like. Greg Maddux was not a great postseason pitcher. He had his moments. Jose's had his moments. It hasn't been good enough. I hear you. John says the Guardians didn't play well against the Yankees in the regular season. That's fine. That's irrelevant. But it's, Yeah, Bybee sucked, Darcy. Adam says, let's go Yanks. 2 more to go. Fuck you, Adam. Just fuck off, you fucking Yankee fans. And with your all rise. Now, listen, I like Aaron Judge. He's a hell of a ball player. Anthony Rizzo is one of my favorites. But I fucking hate the Yankees. Their fans are so damn obnoxious. And unlike you folks, most of you who live in Cleveland your whole life, I've had to deal with Yankee fans forever. They're so fucking obnoxious. If the Yankees do win the series, and I can't stand the Mets either, but whoever plays the Yankee, I'm going to root for the Dodgers to beat the Mets because I think the Dodgers have a better chance of beating the Yankees than the Mets. But, God, I don't want the Yankees to win the World Series. Forrest Reed, Will Brennan should walk back to Cleveland. That's fair. Taking Bybee out after 2 innings is wild, but it was the right move. Stadium Mustard, we need Manny and Tomey. Can they still hit? Maybe. We could use them right now. Guardians catchers don't have a hit. Was there any more sure thing than Austin Hedges making it out with the bases loaded and 2 outs? Kevin says, hey, Bull, it's one thing when your team loses while playing hard, but losing with these little league mistakes, it's brutal. It's brutal, especially when it happens against the Yankees. David, can we hit with runners in scoring position? No, 1 for 11. Paul, hey, Bull, can't hang around. Go Guards, plenty of opportunities after they just scared shitless. Let's see who we got here. Data Storm. Well, there it is. As Drennan would say, the Ducks are on the pond 2 innings in a row. We couldn't bring them in. We had the bases loaded 2 straight innings. Shame. That was their chance. Yeah, they had a chance. They had chances. They had chances yesterday. They couldn't come through. The Nothing says trade Brennan for a 600th round draft pick. I don't know who gets the better end of that deal. Nicholas says vote over managing. That doesn't make any sense. We're grasping at straws for why they lost. We want to blame the manager. Jose's terrible. They're just not playing well enough. They're playing. It's not on the manager. Vogt made some mistakes yesterday that I didn't like, but ultimately they haven't lost because Stephen Vogt. He's a perfectly fine manager. Did a great job as a first-year manager. Not losing because of him. They're losing because of, I said it already. They're not pitching well enough. They don't hit in the clutch, and they're playing sloppy in the field. You don't win that way. It's that simple. Divergent, Boyd game 3 and opener than Gavin Williams 4, then either Cobb or Bybee in 5. It's not hopeless yet. Bybee could go 5. I was thinking that Bybee couldn't go 5, but he pitched such few pitches that, you could bring him back after 3 days rest considering how little he pitched. And then, I don't know what you do, but then you might have to start. No, Cobb, not Cobb. Cobb's off the roster. He's done for the season. If you start Bybee in game 5, then you're going to have to start Lively or a bullpen game in game 6. And then go back to Boyd in 7. It was a mistake to start Cobb in game 1. It's screwed them up here. Parajat. Yeah, honestly, we have no shot of beating this team. Too many holes. Nobody was saying that 2 days ago. And that, again, we're overreacting to these two games. And it just may be one of those series that the whole series goes poorly and maybe they get swept in 4 and we overreact. But early crypto, both Nailers need to be cut right now and take Fry with them. No, people are upset. I get it. Daryl says, no sweet bowl. We bounce back at home. So, yeah, David, I am going to talk about the Browns for a little bit. Let me just spend a couple of minutes on the Amari Cooper trade because I haven't had a chance to comment on it, and then we'll get back to this. The Browns trade Amari Cooper and a 7th-round pick for a 3rd-round pick and then a 6th-round pick in the 26th draft. I guess getting a 3rd-round pick for Amari Cooper is fine. I honestly don't like trading him because I know, we all think the Browns season is over, and it probably is. But I hate it's easy for us to say in the media and as fans. I don't like the team waving the white flag 6 weeks into the season, as bad as it's been. I just don't like anything about the Browns right now. I don't like the way Kevin Stefanski's coaching. I think Andrew Berry should be fired. What are they going to do with this 3rd-round pick? Blow out another shit receiver? Like, what happened here? Amari Cooper was the best receiver you've had in a 2-year stretch. And now you trade him away for a 3rd-round pick. For the 80th pick in the draft. 90th pick in the draft. I don't know. I just don't like it. I understand rationally the season's over, but Kevin Stefanski was just doing a stupid press conference yesterday saying, Deshaun Watson gives us the best chance to win. Well, trading Amari Cooper doesn't give you the best chance to win. The Browns just suck. And the Guardians don't suck. They've sucked in these 2 games, but they're a good team. It was just not playing well. Fuck it. Cooper's going to be an all-pro at Buffalo, probably. All right, back to the Guardians. That's all I got to say about the Browns. Again, the final is 6-3. Guardians have to they got a lot of work to do. I think Matthew Boyd's going to pitch really well in Game 3. I like the way he pitched in Game 5. I didn't like that Stephen Vogt took him out in that early. I thought he pitched well in both of his appearances. He needs to give not only pitch well but give them some innings. The bullpen's overworked. Give him 5-6 innings. I'd love to see it and get the freaking bats going. Kevin, Bull, are the lights too bright for some of these rookies? I just don't see it. I mean, it's not been that many rookies. Cade Smith's a rookie. He's been great. Brian Rocchio's a rookie. Outside of the drop pop-up, he's played great. It's not 2022. It's not like as many rookies as they had then. Jose's not a rookie. He's not playing well. Jimenez is not a rookie. Bo Naylor's not a rookie. Austin Hedges is not a rookie. I mean, there's a lot of guys. They're not all rookies. I know there were some. I think sometimes you just don't play well. It's just the nature of the game. Are the lights too bright? I don't think that's the issue. I think we're looking for excuses for them why they're playing like shit. I think sometimes you just play like shit. Yeah, well. Yeah, Edward. Rocchio's been great, but the pitching's not been good enough. And you can't be 1 for 11 in 2 games with runners in scoring position. But I'm not buying. I'm not buying this lights too bright nonsense. I'm just not. John says Vogt won't let anyone pitch more than 2 innings. That's not true. Cobb went more than 2 innings yesterday. And Tanner Bybee absolutely would have. If Tanner Bybee had pitched well, he would have let him go 5-6 today, I believe. Uh, you can't complain about payroll right now, in my opinion. That's an off-season complaint. The Guardians are not losing the series because of payroll. They're losing the series because they're playing like shit. A lot of you thought they could win this series. I thought they could win this series. They're not playing well enough. They have enough talent to win this series. Yeah, if they had a bigger payroll, they'd have more talent. Yes, it sucks that our owner is cheap as shit. It's frustrating. It sucks, and I hate losing the freaking Yankees. But it's not the issue right now. The issue right now is they're playing like shit. I'm just going to keep saying that. It's not the lights. It's not the payroll. It's not the manager. It's the players. The players are good enough, and they're not playing well enough. They've not been good enough in this series. Yes, Terry, I could see them starting Cade Smith in Game 4. I think that's possible. Edward, I'd love to see Juan Soto as a Guardian, but unfortunately it's never going to happen because our owner is unwilling to spend big money. John says they are going to win this series. It's not going to be easy. No more excuses. Let's go. Let's go. They could still win this series. The odds are against them, but the odds are always against them. The odds were against them winning 90-plus games. The odds were against them down 2-1 to Detroit. But it's the Yankees. It's the Yankees. Well, the Yankees haven't been doing that much winning in recent years. I'll give the Guardians a 33% chance of still winning this series, which is higher than most teams in this situation. Obviously, they have to win Game 3 because only one team's ever won 4 in a row. So let's fucking go. Let's get off the deck here. Let's stop being little babies, and let's friggin' go. Let's get some fucking hits when it matters. Let's pitch. Matthew Boyd, go out there and kick some ass. Let's run the bases well. Let's not be sloppy as crap in the outfield. Wish there was another option in right field. I can't stand Will Brennan. He stinks. He's not a starting outfielder. But John Kenzie Noel's a mess right now. I don't know. I wish they had a better option. Unfortunately, Daniel Schneeman's not a good option either. It feels like a colleague of Mr. Schneebly from School of Rock more than a baseball player. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for tonight. I'll be no podcast tomorrow for the first time in forever. I will be on UCSS tomorrow. I'll have Thursday busy day. I'm gonna have John Fanta as a guest on the podcast Thursday, and then I'll have a post game Thursday after Game 3. So make sure you join me live after that and check out the podcast where I interview John Fanta. I'm going to talk to John Thursday morning, and we'll have the podcast out at some point on Thursday. Also, the next Ultimate Guardian show will be Thursday morning as well. Thanks to Z and Max for producing. Thanks to all of you for watching. Make sure you use the Bet Rivers app. I appreciate it. Blow kisses. Maybe that's inappropriate, but I'm blowing kisses anyway. Love you, everybody. Have a good night. I know it sucks right now, but turn it around. Right around the corner. Let's go. We'll see you next time right here in the Bullpen with Adam the Bull, brought to you by Bet Rivers.